Hi Emily and everyone else doing the further maths. Thanks very much for this. So Emily just submitted this question and she did simplify the answer as well. And it actually raised a good point, which is sort of like little bits that you'd miss out on if you were learning this from the book rather than necessarily a video. So when multiplying fractions, and indeed algebraic fractions, so the first stage where Emily just multiplied the numerators and denominators together to get this, which is right, and then you can simplify it afterwards, that's absolutely fine. Obviously, when you multiply in this first case, the numbers can get, and again, they're not too big that you can't deal with them, but it could be that the question becomes overly complicated with lots of terms and you miss something. So I just want to give you this option that you can simplify before doing the multiplication. So essentially, like if you've got here, there's nothing, this fraction by itself wouldn't simplify, and this one by itself wouldn't. But given that we're going to do a multiplication, at some point I'm going to multiply this term here by this term here. So given that I'm going to do that, I could just swap this round and rewrite this calculation as 6b cubed times 8a, and then leave the denominators the same. So as you can see, this would still produce exactly the same result, because I'm going to multiply this by this for this answer that Emily's given us, and this by this to give this one. But here now we can see that before we do that multiplication, we can actually cancel. So the 6 and the 3 will go to become 2 and 1. The b cubed will cancel with the b squared to go down just to a b. The 8 with the 4 for a 2 at the top, and the a there to leave, didn't mean to do that, 1a at the bottom. Okay, so we multiply across now, we've got 2 times 2 is 4 times b, so we get 4b there. And then the bottom, that was a 1, those b's had gone, and that had become 1 as well because we divided by 4, and then we had an a, and there we go, we got the answer straight away. So you don't even have to do this swapping around before you cancel. A rule appears, which is that in multiplication of fractions, anything in the numerator can cancel once with anything in the denominator. So if you've got a 6 here, I can just cancel that out straight away and write a 2 and a 1. So I'll just do the same question again. This b squared, and then this one goes down to b to the 1. This a is that, and then you could do the 2 and the 4 there once you have that, but we'll go for 8 goes down to 2 and 4 goes down to 1, and again you see the 2 times 2 is 4 times the b, and then the 1 times the 1 times the a, and there we go. So the more complicated the expression becomes, deploying this method instead of just multiplying straight across can be advantageous. Okay, so I just thought that would be useful, as Emily sent in some really good work if I'd use it just to do those little tweaks that'll help out in further maths.